Be prepared. Be prepared.
Victor.
Jesse.
I don't really have any questions left.
Focus on something that you want to know about that's positive. You don't need to tell me the details. You don't need to be descriptive. It could be about school, about career. What's driving you right now? And all of a sudden, I was just like, oh my God, there's something wrong with my dad. And I called the hospital and I said, please check on my father. He's dying. And the nurse just thought I was like crazy. I think she thought I was on drugs or something. I was running down the long hall, and just as soon as I was getting closer to my dad's room, they were calling a code blue. And the nurse stood there and she looked at me and she goes, how did you know? Hi, my name is Blue and I'm an intuitive tarot card reader. I'm a sensitive. When I was 7 years old, a young girl was murdered and she was found across the street from my house. And we were not allowed to see when they took her body away. So during that initial time in October of 1970, I started having these dreams of this beautiful girl that I never even saw. Later on during the year, when my sister got her annual and I was able to look at her high school annual, and I said, that's the girl that comes to my window. My mom goes, how can that be? You know, my mom didn't tell me because we didn't talk about death or anything. Vicky has actually been with me, I would say, most of my life. Vicky, I believe, was trying to tell me who killed her. That is still to this day a cold case file. And I did see something, but when I had acknowledged it and got treated for it by a therapist in my 30s, I called the FBI, tried to tell them I believe I saw the person, and they dismissed me. They didn't want to talk about it. I'm going to tell you something, and I don't want to get all country song on you, okay? But I am a living country song. I really am.
You what?
I didn't get kissed till I was 20.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't believe that, Blue.
I didn't. No one wanted to kiss me. I didn't go to the prom. I didn't go to homecoming. No. No one asked me out. Because being illiterate until I was 11 years old. I didn't learn how to read because I was so tall. They just let me fly through the system. Yeah, I was 5'9" at 11. And so for me, I've always been very attracted to pictures. So I abstract read. So I really enjoy that. I like to do automatic writing and drawing. It's a form of mediumship. But it's something about like when you start to draw and you just talk and it just starts to flow. Don't box yourself in. I like to do a pendulum every so often. Is the young lady standing in front of me, is her name Susie? That's a no. Counterclockwise is no. Is the young lady standing in front of me, is her name Chloe? Clockwise is a yes.
Workers' comp case. We're trying to get a new attorney. It's almost time to settle.
Okay.
But we're trying to get that done.
From teachers to celebrities to, I don't know what it is about attorneys, but I have quite a few attorneys. Even doctors, therapists, which is, I thought was unusual at first, but it really isn't. And they just want to have somebody to vent to talk to. They want a little bit of insight. It's really important that I project to them that not all readers, because there are some, that it's in like every profession. You're gonna have your bad eggs. I had a reader say to me that if I gave her $3,000, she could do all this kind of weird magic and fix it for me. And I knew that I was a reader and I couldn't read myself, and I was just horrified. I was mortified. And that day in 1993, I had made up my mind that even if I had to keep doing this on the down low and in the closet per se, you know, I was like in the closet. It was like being a stripper with clothes on. That I wanted to be able to help people. If they could get something out of this reading, whether it be compassion or just being unconditional.
My dad passed away like
Don't do it. Don't do it. You have the Tower card and the Death card, so it's almost like you guys, right now you guys are doing great. So keep it at a safe distance.
Don't make friendship.
Exactly, because what it shows here is that it could become chaotic. My father, when he came to terms with me being a reader, he said, if you're telling somebody something that they don't want to hear, you just make sure that no matter what it is, how long it takes, just make sure that they never walk away feeling like shit about themselves. And that is my biggest point. Oh my God, no. You're gonna do great. Own it. I'm just the messenger. I don't have like this like superpower. I don't think I do. And it's up to them if they want to utilize it to their best advantage.